What you gonna do, brother, when the Walmart Canadian and US exclusive Hulk Hogan Jack's Classic Superstars runs wild on you?
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Jack's Classic Superstars unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we've got a curious one, as we've got the Hulk Hogan Walmart exclusive United States version and Canada version. But remember, for all your non-Canadian modern day wrestling figure needs, make sure you're hitting up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. And we're going to do this review and unboxing like we do all the other ones here on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging, we're going to talk about it, we're going to unbox it, we're going to talk about it, we're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's talk about this and let's look at the packaging on these. Of course, it is Hulk Hogan. It is, of course, Jack's Classic Superstars, but it is Walmart exclusives. But they made it a little bit different here. As first, they announced this and another one, and we'll do another video with the Canadian and American Blue Hulk Hogan exclusive, so look out for that video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. But they first announced the Canadian version of this figure, and it made all US collectors say, "Oh, are you kidding me?" However, I get it. I know you Canadian collectors, when it's an American exclusive, you say, "Oh, are you kidding me?" I think we all say, "Oh, are you kidding me?" from time to time. It makes all the sense in the world. It gets frustrating with these exclusives, but at the end of the day, as long as the money is green and Jax is getting what they want out of it, Mattel, NECA, whoever it is, that's just the way it goes. That's the way the old cookie crumbles. But we did get the announcement of the Canadian exclusives right away. And then I want to say, and it's been a long time, about a month later, let's call it, all of a sudden there was word that the same figures with a little bit of a twist were being released in the United States. So a lot of us were very happy about that. There was a lot of excitement that we could get them. For a long time, I said I'm fine with the two American versions, but then, like the maniac I am, I eventually tracked down mint-on-card copies of the Canadian exclusives. Now here we are with unboxing ones of the Canadian and American exclusives. So I'm just swimming in these exclusives at this point here, but very interesting. I guess we'll start with the Canadian version first, and we're going to point out some of the packaging differences between these two before we get them unboxed, but they are the same figure at the end of the day. I don't feel too bad unboxing these, as the card is a little yellow, the bubbles yellowed on these. These aren't very good mint-unboxed samples. This is what I definitely do prefer to unbox if I get to. Let's take a look there. You got the old WWE World title, not the Winged Eagle, but the later 2000s era one, I guess we'll call it there. And then, of course, you got the Hulkster in the package. Hulkster on the side, looking only like a Hulk could look if he was practicing Hulkamania on a daily basis. Hulk Hogan on the side there. Beautiful classics packaging. Nothing up here on the band. A little bit of a reddish, pinkish color, I guess you would call it. On the back, we got the tail of the tape, we got the blurb, we got the cross-sell, we got the glamour shots, we got the warnings, we got the UPC. We got a lot of fun. That's what we have back there. But you can see both versions, of course, of the Canadian exclusives. And we got American versions, like I did say. Let's read the back here real quick, see what it says about the Hulkster. Debuted 1978, 275 pounds, height 6'7". Finishing move, the old leg drop. Titles, WWE Champion, WCW Champion, WWE Tag Team Champion, WWE Royal Rumble winner, Hall of Fame inductee. Favorite quote, "What you gonna do, brother, when Hulkamania runs wild on you?" So there it is. We love that, of course. A lot of reuse with this Hulkster. We had seen this body before. We'd seen this head in the regular Ruthless Aggression line as well. But the big difference here, the big calling out here, is the Canadian exclusive stamp on the leg. Never been a big fan of the Jack stamps on the leg, but that's what they did here. It calls out Canadian exclusive. And now we're going to pull over the American version here, and we're going to kind of look at this packaging first before we unbox both of these. But you got the Hulkster in there as well. First thing you can tell, too, point of differences is the title belt sizes. The American one has a much bigger version of the title belt, where the Canadian one has a smaller version. That is one of the big differences. And then, of course, look at the legs. You can see there is no stamp on the American version, and Canadians get the stamp. So, to me, if I'm a kid playing, I want this version all day long. I don't want that stamp on the leg. I don't know. It just seems weird to me all these years later. Besides that, you got a lot of similarities here. Side of the package going to be the exact same. Hulk Hogan, same on both sides. But the back, we get another difference. We get the same exact blurb going on back there. but we do get a different glamour shot. See the top there? Canada only has Hulkster by himself. The American version has both versions of the figure here, so a little bit of reuse action on the back of the packaging. So very, very subtle differences to the majority of people in the world. They could absolutely care less, but wanted to point those out a little bit here. But let's grab the Hulkster out. I forgot another difference here on the package. You got limited edition at the top of the American one, Canada exclusive on the top of this one. So the differences are minor, but there are a few different differences. You get the yellow band at the top where it was the red and pink over here as well. So the differences keep on hitting. The hits keep on coming like a young Mike Nesmith, as I always do say. Let's pull the Hulkster Canada? Sure, why not? Canada exclusive out of the package. There it is. The belt fell out. See you later. Oh my gosh, off to the side. There's the Hulkster, Hulkamania running wild in Canada. In Canada, glorious this time of year. I've talked about it before on the channel. See you later. I'm not a world traveler. I travel enough for work around the Midwest. That's good enough for me. If I could see it on TV, I'm good. But there's a few places in the world I would like to visit, and Canada is right at the top of the list. Canada and Australia, the two places for whatever reason I'd like to see before my time on Earth is over. Canada, everybody's like, well, what are you gonna do up in Canada? Well, first I'm gonna hit your Toys R Us stores. Oh, gotta hit the Toys R Us. I might head up to what is it? Is it Calgary or Winnipeg that has a huge mall? Calgary, I thought. I don't know. Go to that huge mall maybe. I don't know. I'll figure something out to do. But Canada, one of these days, I'll take a trip up north. Hopefully sooner rather than later. We'll see what happens. But you do get the WWE World Heavyweight title here. Once again, it's not the painted version. It's a plain Jane version. Not a big fan of these belts. The painted ones, though, when they do get paint on them, man, they are next level. But it is what it is. It's good enough. Then we get down to the Hulkster figure here, and Hulkamania running wild right here at the table. I guess I could walk through both of these figures. They're the exact same figure at this point, outside of the Canada exclusive. I guess I can get them out of the package, because why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you get them out of the package? Rookie. What are we doing, Kyle? What are we doing? See you later. Oh my gosh, almost a camera malfunction again. That's all we need. That's all we need. Knock it over the camera again. There it is. See you later. Goodbye. Plastic Prison once again. Much bigger title belt, of course, with this one, as we do know, the American version. Pull it out, maybe. There it is. There it is. See you later. A lot of see you laters in this video. And I'm going to just look these over really quick, make sure they are the exact same before I walk through it. Yeah, they are the exact same. Hulk still rules. Hulkamania. You can almost make the case that the shirt is a little brighter red on the Canada version, but that's probably just paint inaccuracies. But yeah, everything else is the same, except the title belt differences, which is really interesting. Much bigger title belt here, smaller for Canada. I don't know, I think that's just a mistake or just what they had in the bucket, I guess. But arms, of course, going to go all the way around. Bicep cut, single jointed elbows, hands back and forth, waist articulation, head back and forth, side to side. Big old leg splits right there at the front. Knees that articulate, ankles back and forth. We do get the red knee pads. You get the red knee brace. Of course, we got this knee brace with Stone Cold Steve Austin in black many times, as we do know. We do get that molded on shirt for the Hulkster. We had seen this, I think we saw this with the Kmart exclusive ring with Roddy Piper as well. And then, of course, like I said, this head sculpt was used quite a few times. Different logos on it, things like that. But not a lot going on. And currently, when this was released, it was almost like a modern-day Hulk Hogan figure instead of the classic stuff. Of course, here some, 15, 18 years later, whatever it's been. What is time, as we always say? It is definitely a classic Hulk Hogan figure, classic description. Classic depiction of the Hulkster as well, because Hulk still rules, like it says on the bandana right there. But a very interesting one, and one not a lot of people know about unless you're a real serious Jakks Classic Superstars collector. I'm not sure you're aware there was a Canadian and American version. And like I said earlier, most collectors out there, they're probably fine with one or the other. I don't think there's a lot of people that need a mint on card set of both of these and a loose set of both of these, unless you're down in the weeds with me, that's for sure. But a very cool looking Hulkster, very different for the time, but it's always cool to see some of these crazier ones that not a lot of people know about. And I don't know, without these video series, a lot of people kind of forget about this kind of stuff. So it's a way of preserving history in a lot of ways here for the Jakks Classic Superstars collection. So there it is, the Hulk Hogan America and Canadian exclusive, of course, to Walmart. What are your guys' thoughts? Did you know the story of this? Did you have either of these? Did you have the Canadian one or the American one? Or did you have both? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. You might as well like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. As you guys know, we got videos every single day and then some. And of course, over on Patreon, you get early access to videos like this, bonus content, exclusive content, giveaways, Q&As, you name it. A lot going on over the old Patreon channel, and it is truly your best way to support this very YouTube channel. You can also support the channel over there at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson, and then don't forget social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for Hulkamania running wild, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.